Welcome to the September 2023 edition of Robert Reads. This month, we'll take a look at Mary Oliver. She was born in this month, an extraordinary modern poet. Let's dive into the journey of a poet who really captured the beauty of the natural world and touched hearts around the globe. She was born in Ohio. She grew up in a very tumultuous household. Her parents' marriage wasn't all that stable. And, it's safe to say that the early exposure to the emotional complexities of that relationship influenced her perspective and later found its way into her poetry. She often found her way out into the world in the solitude of nature, and this influence is present in a lot of her work. Um, she attended Ohio State University and then left there and actually spent some time at Vassar College, nurturing her love for literature and honing her craft. At the rather comparatively young age of 28, she published her debut anthology entitled No Voyage and Other Poems, and it was a promising start to her poetic career. It received quite a bit of critical acclaim. Her poetry has resonated with readers due to her keen observation of nature and the human condition. Other notable works include American Primitive, which is my favorite collection, and Dream Work, which solidified her reputation as a modern poet. The evocative nature of her work made her one of the top selling poets of her generation. In 1984, a little bit before I got exposed to her, she won the Pulitzer Prize of Poetry for American Primitive. And her exceptional contributions were further recognized with a National Book Award in 1992 for a follow-up collection, New and Selected Other Poems. Now, her personal life played a significant role in shaping her poetic voice. She shared a long and meaningful partnership with Molly Malone Cook, and they had settled in Provincetown, Massachusetts. Um, Her poetry is inspired by the works of Walt Whitman. I would say there's a very close association of, the free verse style of Whitman with her own, although hers represents what I call some postmodernist sensibilities and is a bit more personal than some of the detached verse of Walt Whitman. Her deep connection to nature and introspective inspiration can be traced back to a lot of those type of literary influences, from the late Romantic era. Now, her poetry is still quite popular today. She did pass away a few years ago, and a lot of it is due to her ability to blend the human experience with the beauty of nature, and it's kind of a testament to her, the enduring value of her work or how it's appreciated. How she went from this very tumultuous childhood to becoming a celebrated poet. She kind of shows that the power of resilience and artistic expression usually comes from someplace quite personal and creates a wonderful set of creative expression. There are a number of really great poems by Mary Oliver. What I really appreciate about her piece, Heart, is how she connects the metaphor of her own heart, which she describes as a bit of a barometer of her own well being, to a memory that she once had while rehearsing in a high school band. My heart that used to pump along so pleasantly has come now to a different sort of music. And there is someone inside these red walls, irritated and even occasionally irrational. Years ago, I was part of an orchestra. Our conductor was a wild man. He was forever rapping the music stand for silence. Then he would call out some correction and we would begin again. Now again, it is the wild man. I remember the music shattering in our desperate attentiveness. Once he flung the baton over our heads and into the midst of the players. It flew over the violins and landed next to the big bass fiddle. It flopped to the floor, with silence. Then someone picked it up, and it was passed forward back to him. He rapped the stand and raised his arms. Then we all breathed again, and the music restarted. Mary Oliver, Heart. Mary Oliver, Heart. Great piece of reminiscence by Mary Oliver, and that is Robert Reads for September 2023. We'll see you in October.